In part 2 of our series investigating eating disorders, 47 ABC's Lily Zhang introduces us to two women who've tested the waters between healthy and obsessive.
I wouldn't eat anything particularly from certain sections of the dining hall.
That was the problem Alex Pinto faced every day as a college freshman and sophomore. Before transferring to Salisbury University this year, Alex was a star on her soccer team at Randolph College in Lynchburg, Virginia. But behind her natural ability on the field, Alex had a secret.
Even if I was to work out one day, do 7 miles, which that's what I would do, 7 miles, and then the next day I did like 6.5, I would feel extreme guilt that I didn't just do 7 miles like I did the day before.
Restrictive eating and compulsive over-exercising hit what she calls her lowest when she was a sophomore. That's when she weighed 98 pounds during the spring semester. In her mind, gaining weight and not being at her physical peak was going to hurt her as an athlete. But she tells 47 ABC this started in high school. She was on the Stephen Decatur varsity girls soccer team all 4 years. An ankle injury during her freshman year forced her to be out all season. But she says she didn't get many chances to play until senior year. This was after Alex began running 2 to 3 miles each day and playing soccer outside of school.
To me, it made it seem like I wasn't good enough because I was not fit enough, if that makes sense. And I know that's not rational thinking now, but that's the disease, but at the time I thought that's why.
Alex was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa, which has the smallest population within eating disorders. But a fixation on righteous eating and being overly health obsessed, which Alex admits she was, are the characteristics of what experts have coined as orthorexia nervosa. According to the National Eating Disorders Association, it's currently not recognized as a clinical diagnosis. Melinda Brett, a licensed clinical counselor in Salisbury, says sufferers usually end up meeting the criteria of bulimia nervosa. In many cases, using exercise as a purge and moving from a balanced diet to one that is rigid and missing complete food groups. According to Brett, there's a fine line between when a diet turns into a disorder.
Most people who don't have eating disorders, they don't spend that much time and energy trying to restrict their eating that much, you know, and people with eating disorders, they spend all their time and energy focused on what they're eating and what they're not eating, and if they're exercising and if they're not exercising.
Salisbury resident Susan Smith understands that intense focus. The mother of 2 has battled her cycle of restrictive eating, binging and purging, and excessive exercise for 25 years.
I wouldn't even eat a lifesaver. Everything that went in my mouth was accounted for and was extremely healthy. Not anything bad went in my mouth.
For her, it started as a diet, where she began teaching aerobics as a student instructor at James Madison University. Looking back, she says her absolute lowest was exercising 4 hours a day, coupled with restrictive food intake all during the day, and then binging and purging at night. But she admits oftentimes she didn't see a problem, despite feeling guilt if she missed a workout.
I thought I was very healthy. I loved being thin. And even though some people would say things to me, because my body weight just goes up and down like 20 pounds throughout the past 25 years, depending on where I am.
The idea of eating healthy, according to Brett, has lost meaning. It needs to be individualized.
Eating healthy is way too broad of a term. I don't even know what it means anymore.
And the first step is to define your own nutritional goals. Lily Zhang, 47 ABC.